When be the last time you hear from us? It change. Like 1 year this will dey starve you. But New Year come, 2024 come, so we too we dey give you. We come now this. So we come. As the New Year there, they can give you new content, different needs. So today be the first episode of the CHALEY MATA DEY podcast for 2024, and we can't talk about New Year resolution. But today I dey here plus my two brothers. One is named the Papi, one is named the People. That be how they call them. But they will introduce themselves and give you. So, Papi, talk to Papi.
So my name is Derek, but most people they call me Pap. So yes, that's just about.
Okay, just call me Quick. Quick Washington.
Yeah, in Washington, you see you. So may I call and see you. So how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, good.
You do okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
Now,
Papi,
Sally hard, but my days are sponsor.
what hard?
Oh, everything hard.
Everything hard. The country hard.
Oh, everything hard.
So as we start the year, what you go take soft your year? As you say hard.
We can only hope. We can only hope. We can only pray say things will make better. And that is like that be one only hope for the year that as we dey put in the work, more things will be soft and things. So that's just about it.
So you hope.
If you hope, we hope. Then the hard work. We will put in the hard work.
Now we go. You hope
no, what hope? It be hard work. Then you have to learn.
for learn.
You for learn. Learn your lessons. Then move on.
So we start New Year. The New Year there, I say child. Right, the people them go school child. They say New Year resolution, New Year, new me. Like the year starts now. They say New Year, new me. Like New Year, be different person. Your head will change, or what exactly them they mean by that? Say, oh, they start the year. What be the plan way people they do for the beginning of the year? We them the ones see them through to the end of the year. You ever find yourself in that situation where like you do something like that? The beginning of the year, we know you don't plan the beginning of the year from January. Now I don't plan the rest of the year. You ever find yourself for that situation?
Yeah, just like a building, everybody needs a plan in life.
Mm-hmm.
So people want to draw something to work with. So it's a good thing when people sit down and plan their life. So New Year resolution thing is a good thing that everybody has to be part of.
So
So-
you agree to what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I agree that everybody has to be part of it. That culture.
But like you just feel say like it is reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable because, like I said, just like a building plan,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have something on paper. You have to have a resolution. You have to, whether on paper or whatever you keep it, you have to have something down, plan down. Then you work towards it to achieve your goal.
So you mean say like you for document time,
Yeah.
put down.
Yes.
Now, Papi, you or you go put for your mind inside.
Oh, me, I like most people, it's unconventional. People say that January starts the year, December ends the year. So when it reaches December, the then time people they more or less reflect on them alike. Like if you reflect on what you have done in the year, you go see lapses and everything, and those lapses will prompt a need for change, right? And so for many people, then will not even do the resolutions for the resolutions themselves. People they do one for December more, but it be the new year because you want to start the new slate. That be when people they actually come to, oh, of course, there's a new year. I need to get New Year's resolutions, but it comes off on the back of your introspection of the year and your recounting of the year. Say, oh, this year I do this. Oh, my career goal like this. I plan this. This one no go. This one no go. So going into the new year, I need a new slate and I need to actually look at this. It puts in class, right? So that's what I think about there.
Now, wait, what do you think about what Papi they talk? Because Papi they talk say, even because of maybe last year I no sit up. So that be what they cause the edge, make the beginning of the year, everybody they want make resolution. Or not that
Oh, not necessarily say I no sit up, but as humans, you need to take account of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it go well, it no go well, right? You need to actually look at what is the cause of all the problems, successes. Because if you are having success, it means that you actually want to replicate those success in the coming years. If you are having failures, it means that you don't want to have those failures in the coming year. So it not be saying you be successful or you not be successful, you be failure. It be say as human, you need to recount in life. And like more theoretically, we dey do as per every month, but the December they give period where they look at the whole month You have like an extended period to actually look at your life. You get variables to actually look at your life with, and then see what come, what no come. So that's why they say I'm like that.
But at the beginning of the year, you don't know what day of front inside. So if you are in a situation where you won't make that like resolution or that plan, so maybe like the resolution be like what you want to achieve at the end of the year. You know, yeah. So but you don't know what they go on.
So
like,
let me come in. So it's just like the stages in life, from childhood to adulthood to wherever you want to get to old age. So as you grow, you have to plan your life. The years keep increasing. So 2023 is gone, 2024, 2025. So you will still get to that stage. You get. So you should have a plan. You should have something drawn out, and you exercise a plan towards it. That's what I have to say.
So I forget them how from my
Yes, it could be in front of your mirror, anywhere. It could be at the back of your mind. But I prefer you write it down, because each time you write it down before you go out of your house, you see it. It hits you at the back of your mind. Hey, I have to do this. There's this in mind. January to December, I have to do this. So it keeps hitting the back of your mind. Then you work towards it. Because when you don't see it, or you don't picture that thing, and it's not back there, it's not printed there, you would overpass it, or it might skip you.
Okay, yeah.
Then yeah, sure.
So if you get somewhere,
So
like,
you have to write it down, paste it somewhere. That every morning you come and look at it, just like reading your Bible. You look at it, then you move on in life. You look at it, then okay, this is the next stage to do. This is the next thing to do.
So I think so like if you do it for January, you should also like get effect.
Yeah, it depends on you. It depends on the individual. It's very effective when the individual keep seeing it. Let's say you target something and you keep seeing it. Each time you see it, it motivates you. Okay, oh no, then this is, even if you have nothing in your pocket and you are seeing pictures of money drawn out, just like having a dream. You've not seen the physical cash yet, but each time when you are walking, you see yourself that you have the money. So you have to see that resolution. You have to draw it very well and see it, so it keeps hitting you each time you are walking out or you are walking back.
The way of who come there, just like it makes sense. And when they give us back to back, when is it like now that I support,
But no, okay, so I beg to differ on what you said.
okay,
I think that the first step to achieving your resolutions is knowing yourself. And that's what we do with resolutions. You don't necessarily have to write. I think that when you write is very good, but also you have to devise means, because when you resolve, it means that you are planning not to go back to where you used to be.
okay.
So you actually have to find ways and means to actually not go back to where you used to be, because you recount your life from the year back, and then you actually make plans not to do the mistakes that you make, or not to like pass on opportunities and all of that. So it doesn't necessarily matter if you write them. You need to understand yourself, what works best for you. Now, with the advent of like technology, social media, and all of it, you can set reminders. You can document your resolutions in like in a Google Calendar. You have periodic updates. You can actually break down your resolutions into like a plan. So when you do resolutions, you actually write what you want to achieve. But there's a need to actually break them down into practicable ways you can achieve them. So if I say, for example, I need to buy a VIT by the end of the year, I need to actually, that is a resolution. I need to like get there, but that's like a dream or goal. But how am I going to buy a VIT? I need to actually put in plans. So every quarter, I'm assuming I'll say 5,000 cedis out of my salary. I assume that when I say 5,000 out of every quarter, by the end of the year, that will be like 20,000 cedis. And maybe that can get me a VIT. So it depends on you as the individual. Writing the resolutions alone is not enough. You actually need to get a plan to follow through with your resolutions. That's what I think.
Yeah, so I think the both of you are on the same place.
Yeah.
Because Kweku is saying about you documenting it so that it keeps on reminding you.
So the documentation, you can take advantage of technology. It can be on your phone, it can be anywhere else. But there should be a documentation. Because if you document something, it will give you an outline of how to get it. Now, you develop strategies, or you should be able to foresee obstacles that may come along the way to get to that resolution. So you want to lose weight, and you should be able to list things down. There are obstacles that you can control, like your time of eating, and there are obstacles you can't control. You get it? So obstacles you can't control is like, let's say, inflation. Prices of the broccolis and things might go high. You can't control them, but you can control the time you eat. You get it? So if you outline it, you can be able to see, okay, fine, this is what will stop me from achieving this goal. This is what will not stop me. Then it keeps reminding you, then you work towards it. Or else you can plan a resolution and you might not achieve what you want to achieve because you've not set out the strategies, or you've not foreseen obstacles. You should be able to foresee any obstacle. You want a car, fine. The car is 20,000 now. Do you think the car will still be 20,000 when you are ready with your money? No. So you should be able to see that no. Increase, whether any part of the world, price will still increase. So you should be able to project an amount, 25,000, 23,000. Then you plan towards 23,000. Because if you plan towards 20,000, by, let's say, February, you might have 20,000. But when you get there, it's 23,000. You go back and plan again. Then your resolution is not feasible.
I think at this point of the conversation, we've actually like established or not really established the fact that having a resolution is like, it is important giving me. Like, it is to a point, it is necessary.
Yeah.
You should be able to like look at your previous years, the growth you've like achieved, and what you plan for yourself, like the year that's coming. And so you can now continue from whatever you were at last year. Then you look at general, okay, this is a new year. What are the ones again? Where can I get to again? Then you will make that plan. Or let me see.
Sure.
But this thing, let me now we get new year. But you sure how many percent of people we think say it ain't really working in them?
Well, we don't have a research that has come out that maybe 10% of people are working, but the people who have actually had an impact, like the resolution thing has had an impact in their life, they know what they are saying. When they come out, they can tell you, okay, this is the way it worked for me. Okay, so follow the resolution plan. What is the resolution plan? Have a clear picture of it, like what I'm saying. Have a clear picture of it. Work towards it. We should be able to foresee obstacles and develop strategies towards it. When we want to play a football match, we don't plan for rainfall. Who knows whether it will rain or it won't rain? Rainfall is an obstacle.
Okay.
But you do not plan for it. Yeah. So the moment the rain starts, the pitch might be very slippery. So people will be like, okay, fine. Then let's develop another strategy to play the football. Because our goal is to win the match. Do you get it? Okay. So with resolution, it's actually has an impact in everybody's life if you are disciplined and you stick according to the plan.
So it is beyond the January. It be beyond just January.
It's a continuation. It's not just every new year you have to produce a new resolution. It's a continuation of last year. Yeah. So if this year you've not been able to achieve this, and that, you can push it into the following year. And work. So it's not just like a 1 year event.
Okay.
It's a series of events. So you want to be rich. You want to be rich, or you want to own a bit. Looking at your pocket, you can't buy the bit in 1 year. You get it, unless maybe some miracle. So you should have a plan. Okay, fine. This is how I'm going to save towards the bit. And you should have a projection that in next year, or you get the bits in 2025, you should be able to project the price. Because looking at the past years, you should be able to project that, okay, fine. By 2025, the vets will cost this amount. So from now, if you have to skip a meal to save down money, you have to skip. If you have to work 2 jobs, it's all about the discipline. People don't see that. And they are like, oh, it will come to me. I'll blow one day. It doesn't happen by chance.
That's beats me. I'm
fine. But even with the bet, you have to plan. It's all planning. The teams, everything. So if you don't plan well, you lose money.
Yeah, so it is not just
it's not just happening because we all you need to better than what to yet to start but encoye because I'm planning.
But you, and like personally, have you ever like had a year that way now you get some like New Year resolution, like something that you plan for the year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Personal like experience.
Personal experience.
Fluid.
Well, this year, I want to get. I won't mention it anyway.
You don't know, yeah.
But I want to get something. I want to get something. It's important to me. So I have the outline down. Okay. So I've given myself. It's not just a year thing. It's a 6-month thing for me. So within 6 months, we could have to get this thing. So how do I get it? This is how much I make.
Okay.
Forget about miracles. Forget about what somebody will offer you as a reward. So Kweku alone wants to get this. How does Kweku get it? So Kweku has to save this amount every month, regardless. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So Kweku has to foresee that health issue is a problem. I can't plan for that. I can't plan that I'll get good health. Within that is an unforeseen. But Kweku can be able to not eat or starve or skip a meal to save that amount. What's our by the way? I will save this amount, and thankfully God is part of the process. You get it? You might assure yourself of good health. And maybe that's 6 months. By the end of the day, you get whatever you want.
Yeah. Papi, have you ever like find yourself?
Yes, of course. For everyone who is looking for progress in career, in life, you actually build on a plan. And that's what's been, it's just conventional that you have to actually build a plan during January. But like he has said, it's a plan that stands in perpetuity. So it dey go. It not be say it dey go. But for me, I think one of the effective ways to look at your resolutions is to have a point of review.
Okay.
So you decide that this is my New Year's resolution. How am I even going to review them? Right. I know that maybe I'm going to review the plan in 3 months or quarterly. Right. And you have to set variables. So there are variables that you are estimating your plan against. So for example, you need to break down your plan into say 100%. So maybe in the year I say I want to save 5,000. Right. And then 5,000 cities we have 11 months. So January to December is like 12 months, right? And you have saved, you are in June, you are doing your evaluation, your review, and you know that you have saved 2,000 cities. That's about say 40% of your target. How do you intend to achieve the 100%? So when you actually break down like your resolutions into like variables that you can actually estimate the extent to which you have done them, it's a good way that you can actually achieve well resolutions. And we all do resolutions. For about 5 years now, I do resolutions every year. And there's a level of success, level of failure, but believe in like you actually live, you learn that with this resolution. Maybe if I've done this way, it would have like be more successful. So you live in like you said, it starts in perpetuity. If you do this year, it doesn't work. We will go again in the next year. So that's just about it.
Then I think I have good people in my hands. And I felt like analyzing it. I really like appreciate it because it seems the point of everything that you're all saying is the fact that at the end of the day, you need to plan. You need to have a system where you use to renew the plan.
Yeah.
And also you need to also like consider some unforeseen circumstances when you are making your plan. There, I think basically we've had a very, very like interesting conversation. And I don't know, for my viewers, this is a lot of information for you to like garner when you are making your new resolution. This video might be out late for you, but the new year resolution is not just in January. You go fit do on February, March start day, April day, December 1st start, you go fit new year resolution. If you no limit time to just maybe in January pay, you know new year, new you be every month. So just make sure see every month you dey try make sure say like you grow small, you grow kakra. Or I talk not no.
Yes, of course. I think that one of the things is understanding yourself. New Year resolutions don't have to be just January. They can be any day. The point is, is you against you. So your resolutions are like you against you. Maybe this year I didn't do this. I want to actually do this year. So it's you against you. And in achieving your resolutions, there's one thing that you need to also know. You need to be committed to achieving the resolutions, right? Because it's you against you. And so there's no variable that you're actually looking at against, but it's yourself against yourself. And you actually want to progress. So you need to be committed to that cause that, yes, I want to progress. By the end of 2024, I don't want to be here anymore. Career-wise, I want to be this. Career-wise, I want to be this. Maybe in life, I want to be this. In my relationship with God, I want to be. In my relationship with girls, I want to be this. All of that. So it's you against you. So you actually have to be committed and accountable and stay true to yourself that, yes, this is what I have planned and this is what I want to achieve. I actually have to be accountable to myself to achieve that.
Yeah, Papi,
So it's a New Year thing. It's a New Year resolution. But don't just keep it to January, though. But New Year falls within January, please. So you can't be making your resolution in March. Because the New Year, you understand. Okay, so make it within the year of the New Year. It's still a New Year, though. But it's a plan. It's a New Year resolution. It's not just a new month resolution.
okay.
You get it? So every month you can achieve something with that New Year resolution. So if you plan early, you might harvest early.
Okay.
Because what you want to start, and you are starting it in April or September, so it's still in the New Year phase. But please try and reflect all those things in the New Year, and you might reach greatness.
Well, half done.
Yeah.
That will be cheap in it. But we don't want to end the show. So you get anything you would give my viewers, maybe some petty tips on New Year resolution aside from what we've discussed. Maybe what if I don't want to like go into like the 2024 like this, what you would talk me say career wise, we are lab scientists, right?
Yes.
And the both of you are lab scientists. Now the lab field is growing. Do you have like some tips you want to give to say lab scientists who are watching and want to like make a plan for the year, and then they're looking at, okay, I'm a lab scientist. I want to do something about lab science. So see new trends in lab that you probably found out personally.
Okay. So you are saying to your viewers, but I'm also a viewer. This is an advice to myself.
Okay.
So like I've heard, it's always you against you. So you actually need to highlight what you want to like. Right? People may be saying that there are new inventions in career. For someone, they want to say, for example, I'm a lab scientist. Maybe I don't want to be on the bench for the whole of my life. I want to be in academia. So the progress on the bench may be something that is not my focus. I may be looking at academia. So like I'm saying, it's you against you. Note what you want. See what you want. And actually make plans and be accountable to yourself. See that in the next 5 years, this is where I want to be. You owe it to yourself to be where you want to be. Because if you don't get to where you are, it's on you. If I don't get to where I want to be, it's actually on me, right? So it's you against you. And one of the things that can help your resolution is actually being accountable. So set review dates for yourself. So maybe this goal that I have, I want to actually review it every month. Like you have said, there are unforeseeable events and they may come in between. But if you are reviewing your goals every month, you see that, oh, this month it went well. Maybe this month it didn't go well because of this event. So next year I have to put in double effort. So I'm saying that it's you against you. You have to be accountable. You have to be committed to your goals and all of that. When all is said and done, it falls to you. Whether or not you become a success or a failure, it's all on you.
That'd be hard. Now, quick, what do you talk about?
Well, everybody should have a plan that they want to work with. So the world is moving with a different plan, and you have to have the world's plan and know how the world is going, or else you might lose in your career, you might lose in your education. You might have education to whatever level, but that is not where the world is going. Okay, So know where the world is going and adapt with how the world is going, and you will reach greatness.
We could from point there, but I say let me search for where the world they go.
Yeah.
Like, we join the training side.
Of course.
I think on that note, we go join the train, then we will catch one about stuff for here, man. We dey end the show. So, Charlie, see you on another episode of CHALEY MATA DEY podcast. Probably in the middle, my boys now we will do the next episode. Definitely, sir. So, bye bye.